Well, tying your shoelaces together can often be a frustrating process. You have to do them yourself, they often come off, and most times you wonder if you've done them right. Quite similar to the emotions an entrepreneur goes through while building his startup. On this, our new section, Bootstrap, we endeavor to help startups with exactly this process. We start with the very first step, that's naming your company. Surbi Goyal digs deep and helps you with the process of finding that perfect name for your startup.
What's in a name? Well, if you're a startup, a lot is at stake. A well-thought name can make you a hit amongst consumers, and a bad one can take you down. So choose a name that conveys both your unique idea and expertise.
So the name Steve Jobs decided to give his company had nothing to do with computers. It was in fact named after his favorite fruit and that first job he took up within an apple orchard. Mark Zuckerberg decided to go for Facebook because it represented the core of his business.
So should the company's name reflect its service or category, or should it be attractive enough for consumers only?
Back in India, we see names like Happily Unmarried, Touch Magics and Ink Fruit inking their first impression by their names. For instance, Clito, a document managing startup, decided on its name after shortlisting 400 names related to its business. It was after names like No Kagas and E-Paper that Sunil Mahajan and team went for Clito. This by keeping in mind the essentials of an appropriate name.
We wanted a very short name, no more than 5 or 6 letters. We wanted a name which does not have a meaning. It should be a completely abstract name. And third objective was easy to pronounce. I believe those are the 3 criteria. One is easy to use name or easy to pronounce name. Second is business. You have to choose whether you want your name to be business specific, if you think your business is going to remain same for a number of years. And third is whether you want to go global or you want to remain India specific.
The name is your brand, so as branding experts suggest, go for a name that not only complements what you're doing, but also what could be a part of your future growth path.
The name gives the freedom tomorrow to move into many more things, all under the ambit of that idea. So if you, the way you describe yourself, it's a question of introspection and saying, what am I in the business of? And if the answer is something very specific, and that's how your customers will always see you, it may make sense to have a more specific and communicate that. But if you're really about an idea that tomorrow could change form, then it makes sense to communicate and stay at the level of the brand or the level of the idea, rather than get into category or a very specific connotation of what it is that one does.
In short, think of your new startup as your child. Really, it's not that different to choosing a name for your newborn baby.
Yes, and one more thing you might want to consider before choosing the right name is ensuring that the domain name is available. Yes, that's exactly what we will help you with in the next episode of Bootstrap.
Great, lots to look forward to then. If you'd like your questions answered on Bootstrap, or if you'd like to apply for Super Angels, do write into us on startingup@etnow.tv. You can also send us a SMS or write into us on our Facebook wall. It's time for us to bring this episode of Starting Up to a close. But as we say every week, remember, there's never a better time than now to go out there and start up.